Hey y'all, Wackywormer here with episode 11 of my HermitPack series. Last episode you saw where we got this void ore miner from Environmental Tech up and running. You can see here that we're generating plenty of ores, not a ton, but we're generating a good solid bit. One noticeable missing ore is osmium for mechanism, and we've kind of been focusing mechanism, so I'm definitely going to have to go out and mine some of that up. But outside of that, it seems to be getting most everything else. There's probably a couple more it's missing, but I'm not sure what they would be. Overall, it's been working pretty well though. I have made some upgrades to our power production system. Not that we've really needed it so far. We've been maintaining energy here. I upgraded our crusher to a basic crushing factory. That's going to allow us to process those seeds much quicker, and that was in fact a choke point of the system before. So now we're keeping this stock full of biofuel. Still going to have to do something about this very soon. Very soon, in fact. I do have a trash can running up under there. I saw one of the hermits do it for a different thing. While it doesn't look like it joins up to the trash can, they said it would work, so I'm going to go on their word and see how it works. Hopefully it'll work just fine. Upstairs in the farm, we made a slight upgrade or a change to how it kind of works. Let me show you that real quick. I was having a problem. I don't think I mentioned it in a previous episode, but you probably saw it in the background where I had a Pam's Harvest Craft farm running out here so I could get, just more variety in the food. Because it's fun, it's interesting. Unfortunately, this Hopper Hawk had some crossover and was picking up Harvest Craft items out of there and throwing them into a chest. So I fixed that problem by using the storage drawers. One drawer for each of the two things we're picking up from this farm here. And that in fact allows us to stop this crossover problem here, because the Hopper Hawk will only pick up an item if it has somewhere to put it, as opposed to other mods and item transferring processes that'll pick up anything and then could possibly get stuck if it doesn't have somewhere to put it. This guy's only going to pick it up if it already knows where it can put it. So this is only going to pick up seeds and wheat. And then once this is full, then it's only going to pick up seeds. So that's really nice. It means that this guy's already giving us some additional functionality and not stopping the system up. Now you can see that once it empties, it fills up with wheat. So that kind of sucks, and I'm gonna have to plant some more to try to stay ahead of our seed consumption. Or I could just draw out of either or. Maybe something like that. We'll have to see. So that's the changes that have been made there. Nothing new with Britannia, anything like that. What I'm going to do for this episode is I'm going to work on some enchantments and armor and stuff. Now, I don't actually have the items I need to do the enchanting. I'm going to have to gather those up in a little bit. But what I'm crafting up here is Dark Steel from EnderIO. This is a material that's pretty expensive to make. It takes coal dust, which is just coal run through a sag mill from EnderIO, a crusher from Mechanism, which we already have over here in our ore production. Different things, can crush. That's where that comes from, and then just iron and obsidian. And that's going to be smelted into dark steel ingots. Now, dark steel ingots can be used to create several different things. I thought I had some more in there, I guess not. Number one, the Ender, which is a sword that I've already crafted, but just so you see the typical sword recipe there. It is a sword that not only can it be enchanted like vanilla stuff, it also has an additional effect where Endermen cannot teleport for a short period of time after you've hit them with a sword. So this is going to be very useful for Endermen. Definitely something I'm going to prefer even over my pretty solid blade here, just for that additional functionality. I've also started crafting up some armor. Armor, if you hold shift over it, you can see the different upgrades you can apply to it on top of regular enchantments and stuff. Empowered is probably one of the more important ones. It allows you to use RF when you would normally take armor damage or durability damage, as opposed to, the durability damage. Obviously, once it runs out of RF, you have to recharge it, or else it will take that durability damage, but that's a pretty solid first upgrade whenever we get to it, which probably won't be far at all in the future. In fact, let's see. If we take a look at the Vibrant Crystal, this guy is crafted. Yeah. See, I'm so short on Ender Pearls right now. I think I literally have one. I have two. So, that's, I don't know, it's doable, but not something that's preferable. That's for sure. But anyways, so we're waiting on this to craft up. Now, I also went ahead and crafted the Enchanter from EnderIO, and then an anvil so that we could go ahead and put all this to use. The Enchanter is going to take a book and quill, which is a normal Minecraft item, and it's going to take some type of material here, and then lapis lazuli. You can look this up on the wiki. This seems to be at least slightly in error. I was going to put looting 1 onto the ender, so that way I could have a better chance of getting ender pearls whenever I went after an enderman. The wiki says that any head or skull will work, but apparently if you check these recipes here, only an ender skull will work. Enderman head. So, just try it out, see what happens. You do have, this right here is going to be your most reliable source of information. It's just not condensed in the format that the wiki has it. So definitely double check this before you go harvesting items and all that kind of stuff. I also went ahead and crafted an anvil so we could stick those enchants onto the weapons and tools and whatnot. Something else I did, if you'll check this copper hammer here, or our obsidian hammer, I went ahead and added a copper plate to it. And what that's going to do is it gives us that well-established trait you see in the copper color right there. That's going to generate experience for us every time we use this hammer, which is going to be very nice. It's going to help us with generating the experience we need in order to use this stuff over here, because I haven't built a mob farm or anything like that yet. So that's going to be nice. Alright, so I went hunting for mobs. Unfortunately, did not see any endermen. So I haven't picked up an enderman head yet for the looting. What I did get is a bunch of experience, both from attacking mobs and from using my new hammer that has that copper well-established modifier on it. And what I'm going to do with that is, I don't remember how many lapis this takes, but we're doing sharpness. I guess I could just look for the quartz right there. So 9, 6, 7, 8, plus 1 is 9. So there we go. Enchantment costs 19, quartz, lapis, book. That gets us an enchanted book with sharpness 3 on it. Now if I bring that over here, I can drop in the ender, and for 3 more levels, I can get the ender enchanted with sharpness 3. Oops. I didn't realize those wouldn't stay on there. That can be done pretty quickly with just a bit of mining. So I'll do that, and I'll see y'all in a second. So that's how that works. Very quick mining trip. I guess the hammer has some kind of internal buffer or something. If you notice, it took a minute before I started gaining any experience, but then it came pretty quick. And yeah, I snatched a quick 5 levels out of that. So now we have the ender with sharpness 3. That'll help us take down those endermen that much faster as soon as we can find some. I'm going to figure out how to get some enderman heads, how to find them a little bit quicker or something. And I think that's going to wrap up the episode. I also made some adjustments up here in between clips there. So we're pulling both seeds and wheat out of this thing here. And hopefully that's going to help us keep pace with power production, because we weren't using wheat at all once I made that switch over to the storage drawers. So hopefully now that we're picking up back on wheat, we will be keeping up with our power demands. Let's see how we're doing here. 2.28. Yeah, we were actually pulling that down a minute ago while I was doing a bit of ore processing that I found from the ores that I found while mining. So we've definitely got some issues with power production. We're going to have to figure out where the choke point is and what's going on. It looks like for the moment it's keeping pace with our farming harvesting needs here, but that could just be because we were backed up in wheat because we weren't using it for a while. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. If we take a look down here at the gas burning generator, we are producing ethylene. So we're getting extra ethylene from this guy here. It could be as simple as adding a gas burning generator. And that's probably what I will do to see where that gets us. But like I said, we're going to have to keep an eye on this because an extra gas burning generator is only going to solve our problems for a little while if our harvesting production does not meet the demand. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I probably will prop down a gas burning generator in between episodes, and we'll just have to see where that gets us. I think that's going to wrap up the episode. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, please subscribe. And as always, please leave your comments, feedback, and suggestions in the comment section below. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. And I will see y'all in the next episode.